Okay, let's sort of circle back, for lack of a better term, to some of the stories we've been covering and are kind of coming to, fortunately, natural conclusions now. One is the comedy of errors of the right on social media and technological incompetence that seems to plague so much of the right. Of course, we've talked about Parler. We've talked about the Mike Lindell My Pillow platform that failed miserably. We now have another instance of this. And after months of teasing a revolutionary new social media platform that was going to be on the technological vanguard of free speech and open communication, Donald Trump has launched his so-called platform. It's just an outdated looking blog page with erratic and unhinged posts from Donald Trump. They actually produced a video announcing that I can't even really call it a platform because it's just a blog. And this is like a campaign ad for a blog. Take a look at this.
Consign him and those who supported him in the Senate to the trash heap of history.
Twitter permanently banning the commander-in-chief's personal account with 88 million followers.
So there it is, Donald Trump with a defiant message that he will not be silenced. So what is he posting to this blog? It's basically just tweets. Here's one about Mitt Romney, where Donald Trump wrote, "So nice to see Rhino Mitt Romney booed off the stage at the Utah Republican State Convention. They are among the earliest to have figured this guy out, a stone cold loser." Here's another Trump blog about the 2020 election, where Donald Trump writes, quote, "The fraudulent presidential election of 2020 will be from this day forth known as the big lie." A few days ago, here is one about the so-called audit that's happening now. I know it's May of 2021. You might be thinking, audit? What are you talking about? The big audit that he says is going to really reveal some things in Arizona. Donald Trump writing, quote, "Big victory today in Arizona. A highly respected judge has just ruled that the forensic audit being done by the Arizona State Senate can and will continue. Over 100 Democrat lawyers were sent to fight against this audit. The results will be very interesting for the USA and the world to see. Why are the Democrats fighting so hard to hide the facts? I know why, and so does everyone else." So this is basically another grift. There's a big contribute button at the top of the blog. And I guess if you want to donate to Trump, at this point, I don't know what you're donating to. It seems maybe 2022 candidates that Trump determines are worthy of his support or of your money. You can do that. And one of the funniest things is that Fox News took the bait hook, line, and sinker, and they announced this as a platform, publishing an article called, quote, "Trump launches new communications platform months after Twitter, Facebook ban." And then the hilarious subtitle is, "The space will allow Trump to post comments, images, and videos." So basically, it's a blog. It's basically Blogspot or Blogger installed on donaldjtrump.com. The news is Trump started a blog. Now, to be clear, considering the caliber of Trump's audience, this as a, quote, platform probably suffices, but you could really make something more dynamic in 10 minutes with like the GoDaddy site builder or Squarespace or something like that. But this may be what Trump has to rely on. Of course, we learned today that Donald Trump's ban from Facebook is being extended, but not indefinitely. It was originally an indefinite ban from Facebook. Facebook's advisory board, we talked about this earlier, announcing today that it is no longer indefinite. It will be reviewed again in about 6 months, but it is going to go at least several more months. So Donald Trump relegated to this. Now, here's my question for you. Why do you think that the right is so plagued with technology issues, many of them hilarious, I completely admit? If you go back, this is not new. If you go back to the 2008 election, where in a sense, it was the first election where the online organizing space was really prominent in a presidential race. In 2004 with Kerry versus Bush, there were newsletters and you were starting to see, but that was very, very early. In 2008, Obama versus McCain, you really saw a dramatic difference. And I remember being on both of their newsletters and monitoring both of their websites. The caliber and effectiveness and scope and frequency of communication online from the Obama campaign was just dwarfing what the John McCain campaign was doing in 2008. And since then, we've continued to see this divide. While the ground game, particularly locally, is often much better for Republicans than for Democrats, we've seen this continued gap favoring Democrats on the online organizing. And of course, the Parler fiasco is a more recent phenomenon. The MyPillow, Mike Lindell, Frank speech disaster is another one. So I don't. What do you think it is? Is it that I don't know? Is it something about who are the targets of the communication, and that's why the right is using antiquated websites and relying on Facebook because they're trying to reach disproportionately older people? I don't know what the answer is, but I'd be curious to know your thoughts as to what explains what is now almost 15 years, really, of significant and persistent disadvantage for the right when it comes to online organizing. One of our sponsors today is Nebbia, the creator of the world's most innovative showerhead. It uses only about half the water that other showerheads do, saving you money, helping the environment, but it's actually a lot more powerful than other showerheads on the market. It has twice the coverage of other showerheads. The water sprays with a ton of pressure. I've been using it in my bathroom at home. I love it. Only took a few minutes to set up, really easy, and it's been a totally different experience than any other shower head I've used. I can get in and out of the shower way quicker now because of how powerful it is. It only takes a few seconds to get completely rinsed off. So I was actually amazed that it's only using about half as much water. Nebbia also offers a number of shower accessories like shelves and curtains, which match perfectly with the design of the shower head. The shower head starts at just $199, but the first 100 people who go to Nebbia.com/Pakman and use code Pakman will get 15% off all Nebbia products. The link is underneath this video.